Morning, Grant.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. So this is a Capital City Centre hotel.
It is.
And how many residents do you have here?
We've got about 80 residents right now.
Nice.
Our capacity is 84, so we still got 4 intakes that we got expecting in the next week.
Okay.
So we'll be at 84 at the end of next week.
Okay, perfect. And let's begin the tour.
Let's do it. So, this is Curtis, one of our residents. So this is kind of the nerve center of the building right here. It's the outreach office / front desk. So over here, we'll have 3 OPS staff, and we'll have Paladin, who's here 7 days a week as well. Our staffing model is 3 staff during the day and night. Right now, staff are going suite to suite, delivering breakfast and doing morning wellness checks. So when residents come, they'll come through the front door just like you radioed in or buzzed in. Front desk will see your picture on the back screen and let you in. Over out here, we have the resident bike cage. So out here, all the residents' bikes are locked up. So staff monitor this bike area. When a resident wants to lock their bike in there, they'll come up to the front desk. Staff will come out here and they'll let them into the bike cage so they can have a safe, secure place to lock their bikes. And this is kind of the courtyard area, temporary courtyard area where residents will congregate and hang out out here. Eventually, we're going to be opening up our back of the building courtyard area. We're just waiting for a couple things to fall into place, and then we'll have that area running for the residents.
Okay. So how long have we been operating the Capital City Centre?
October 2020. We've had Capital City Centre since. This is the KoolAid Clinic. This is where KoolAid clinics or KoolAid nurses come, and they're stationed here 2 days a week, which is awesome for the residents. They're able to get their medical needs attended to by the nurses when they're on site. Even when they're not on site, we're able to reach out to the nurses and ask for assistance. Also outside of here is our Island Health Counselor, who comes here bi-weekly to meet with the residents, which has been going really well. Over here, we have Piers Victoria, who is stationed here 5 days a week. They've been an asset to the building and a great partner for OPS to work with. Things have been going really well with them. They're here to support residents we kind of work together on this, in harm reduction, everything. We all work together, and this is what they're here for. We have strong relationships with all the partners here in Victoria, coming from the Social Development Committee, where we're able to get IDs for residents, working with KoolAid to get residents on, say, disability income, working with peers for when it comes to anything else that's missed in between, and for us, where we oversee the case management, where we're able to navigate residents to the resources to best support them. So this is the 3rd floor of the building. We're a 4-floor building. We have units in the basement, units on that very 1st floor we have, and this is the 3rd floor. I'll show you. So this is staff doing breakfast right now this morning.
Okay, I'll try not to run anyone's toes
Oh,
over.
no worries.
Morning.
Morning.
So this is our beautiful laundry room. It's completely resident run. Staff do not oversee this laundry room. It's open 24/7. Residents can come, go as they please, and it's been going really well. We find having these laundry rooms available for residents without having staff involved in it, it works out really well. The residents take more onus on their laundry room.
And that must be quite something, because I know that when people are on the street, access to laundry is nearly impossible.
Oh yeah.
That must be quite something.
Yeah, the residents love it. And having so many machines, it makes it much, much easier for a building the size of this one.
So how many meals do people get a day here?
They get breakfast and dinner.
Okay.
We start breakfast service around 9:30 and we do dinner around 5 p.m. So this is one of the units. This is their living quarters, and over here is the bedroom. And they get this awesome balcony.
Yeah, this is a really nice room.
This is a really nice room. So they get a private balcony.
And so is this room getting ready for someone to move in?
Yep, this will be one of the, next week we'll be having more intakes coming in, and this will be one of their rooms. We're just waiting for a bed to get brought up here, but this room is ready to go. It's got full-size fridge, elements, little kitchenette area. So if some residents do choose to do some cooking, this would be a perfect room for them.
Nice. And so what would you say is your biggest challenge with this site?
With this site, I think we've come a long way, supportive housing wise, on the island, where we've come to a point where we're much more stable than we once were when we had opened up. So with that, challenges have begun to disappear, and where we've been making more progress and more strides, and there's more positive stuff coming outside of these buildings compared to once was when residents were coming from the parks and coming into these buildings. There was a transition period where there was some stabilization, and we've come to a point where we feel like we're very stable here, and things have been going very well. So we're continuing to move forward with our case management, trying to make sure our residents' essential needs are met, and connecting them to resources in the city. Over the past 2 years, there's been so many more resources available to us through Island Health, through other agencies, that we've been leaning on a lot more than we once were.
And what would you say is, what really brings you joy in this particular building?
Something that brings me joy is the residents and the staff. We have a great team here. We have a great group of residents here. I think the biggest thing to know is we work within their home. This is their home, and when you think of it through that mindset, it's much easier and it brings more joy to you because you're able to make their home a better place, and that's what we like to do here.